Hey Venture Kids, it is so great to see you this morning, and I can't wait to share today's Bible story with you. Oh, hey Pascal, what's up?
Well, I did something bad. Really bad.
Uh-oh, what did you do, Pascal?
Well, I sort of maybe ate my brother's last piece of cheese. It was very special to him because he got it for his birthday. But I got hungry and ate it anyway. And now I'm just a bad mouse. I don't know if I can ever be good again.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you feel that way, Pascal. You know what? You should listen to today's Bible story because it's about a man named Zacchaeus, and he also did some really bad things. But you know what? Jesus loved him anyway and wanted to become his friend. And that love rescued Zacchaeus and transformed his heart. And that's our Bible point for today. God's love transforms our heart.
What does transformed mean?
It means his heart was changed. So let's check out today's story and find out. There once was a man who didn't have any friends. None. Do you have any friends? Well, of course you do, but not Zacchaeus. Poor Zacchaeus didn't have any. You're probably wondering why. Was it because he was so short? That's not a reason not to like someone. Was it because he had a name that was hard to say? Well, neither is that. Even though he was short and he did have a funny name, that wasn't it. No, people didn't like Zacchaeus because he stole their money. Zacchaeus collected taxes. Taxes were what people had to pay the king. But Zacchaeus took more than what he was supposed to and kept the extra money for himself and made himself rich. Everyone knew what he was up to, and it made them cross and grumpy. They didn't like Zacchaeus one bit. So they made sure he knew it by doing things like avoiding him and walking on the opposite side of the street and pretending not to see him.
There's that nobody who thinks he's a somebody.
Loud enough so he could hear. Anyway, one day a huge crowd gathered by the road. Jesus was coming to their town, and everyone wanted to see him. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but everyone was too tall. He tried jumping up and down, but that didn't work. He couldn't see a thing. Luckily, Zacchaeus had a good idea.
Where does a dog park his car? In the barking lot.
Made you laugh.
Where do hamburgs go to the dance? The meatball.
Hilarious.
What kind of shoes does a mouse wear?
Squeakers!
Honey. Albert out. Peace.
One day a huge crowd gathered by the road. Jesus was coming to their town, and everyone wanted to see him. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but everyone was too tall. He tried jumping up and down, but that didn't work. He couldn't see a thing. Luckily, Zacchaeus had a good idea.
I'll climb that sycamore tree.
So he did. He was surprisingly good at climbing trees for a man who was so unusually short that he had to take a flying leap just to get into his chair in the morning. From the tree, Zacchaeus had the perfect view, all the way down the road. Another minute, and suddenly Jesus was at the tree. He stopped and looked up. Zacchaeus saw Jesus, and Jesus saw Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus, I'd like to come over to your house.
Zacchaeus almost fell out of the tree. Come over to his house? No one ever wanted to come anywhere near his house, let alone inside it. The people saw this, and needless to say, it made them even crosser and grumpier than usual.
Why is Jesus being kind to the big sinner?
Doesn't Jesus know about him?
Zacchaeus scrambled down and took Jesus to his house. He was in a big hurry because he didn't want Jesus to change his mind. Perhaps Jesus hadn't heard about him. Perhaps Jesus didn't know how he had been stealing, and how no one liked him, and how he didn't have any friends. But Jesus knew. He knew all about Zacchaeus and the stealing and everything, and he still loved him. Zacchaeus was ashamed.
Lord, what I've done is wrong, but now I want to do the right thing. I will give the money back to everyone 4 times what I stole.
And that's just what he did. Jesus smiled.
My friend, today God has rescued you.
Jesus loved Zacchaeus when nobody else did. He was Zacchaeus' friend, even when no one else was, because Jesus was showing people what God's love was like. His wonderful, never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love. And that's our story. So, what did you think of the story, Pascal?
It was amazing! Even though Jesus knew about all of the bad things that Zacchaeus did, he still loved Zacchaeus and showed him kindness.
That's right. And what happened when Jesus showed him love and kindness?
Zacchaeus chose to do the right thing and pay back all the money he stole plus more. God's love transformed his heart.
That's right, Pascal. Now, that doesn't mean we can go around doing bad things all the time, but when we do make a mistake, Jesus still loves us. And his love transforms our hearts so that next time we can do the right thing.
Well, I'm glad Jesus loves me even when I do bad things. And because he loves me, I want to make things right. I'm going to use my own allowance to get my brother 2 pieces of cheese. One to replace the one I ate, and another to say I'm sorry.
That sounds great, Pascal, and that's a perfect example of today's Bible point. God's love transforms our heart. Have an adventurous week, everyone.
Hey Adventure Kids, this is the part of the show where you send in your questions to me, Jake, and I answer them. So let me grab my mailbag. Hi Jake, how did Jesus make the world? From Chloe. That is an awesome question. And it's an awesome story. When we want to make something, we have to use our hands. But when God made the world, he used his voice. For everything he created, God just said the name of it, and it appeared. Let there be light, and water, and mountains, and fish, and grass, and everything that you see on earth. How cool is that? And he taught us 2 important things. Everything he made is good, including you. And when he was finished, he rested. So it's important for us to rest too. Awesome question. Hi Jake, how many fish can you catch in 1 minute? From Isaac. That is an awesome question. Well, let's find out. Well, looks like I got all 5 of them. So remember, if you have a question for me, Jake, just go to takeawaywithjake.com and I'll answer your question right here on the show.